There we go. Good morning. Let's try that again. Oh, anybody who watched yesterday knows what I mean. It was very laggy. Yeah, this is much better. And if anybody is curious today, this happens to be a car. Or at least it will be later. Now, you may be wondering, why am I putting it across my purple lines if it's going to be a car? Cars don't go outside the lanes, right? Well, technically, this one doesn't either. Its selection box does. Because of the way it's built, the selection, which is represented by this box of wool, does go outside the lane across the lines here. But the car itself remains inside. Well, you'll see what I mean later when we paste the car in. In the meantime, that's going to be a trick. We're kind of doing some mild adjustments to the road here. We can put things like cars in. Now that we've planned out the position of the road, we can adjust it. Why am I doing everything in wool? Well, that's because I'll be able to go into Amulet and tell it to change this wool to, well, for example, concrete. And then I can come back in here and maybe randomize something else in. I'll probably change it to Blackstone. It might look good. But, like this, I can take time to put in a car. Like that. Perfect. That's just right. Now let's see. Do we have other wool colors I can utilize here for like? Oh, there we go. That can represent the sidewalk. See, this car is kind of close to the sidewalk. Well, I'm going to fill that in. And this goes right along like that. And we have sidewalk kind of represented. So we do this, or just make boxes to represent things for now. This is just the planning stages. We'll get to putting in things later. Oh, right there. See, this makes it look like a nice busy road. Well, sort of. Now, okay, I should replace this middle line with like yellow. Represent the middle of the road. And I think I will real quick. a quick representation to help with, well, getting the road put in. Then we can do some adjusting and tweaking. Now, I'm going to honestly say, sadly, I don't think putting cars on a curve is going to work very well. So there won't be any cars turning, but having cars, period, will help. There we go. Now we have 3 cars represented on our roads, and stuff like that. Try putting one here. That's going to be a little rough. We'll just adjust that. And you can see, okay, I've got the dynamic lighting on the torch thing going on. You can kind of see that area is going to be filled by a car. Yeah, I know it's a long way off, but I'm pretty sure when I'm able, channel subscribers get to see the work in Amulet and some of that, some of what goes on there. Maybe even the construction world that I have going on. Yeah, I don't really do any actual building in this world for the most part. Planning here. Because I want to be able to easily uh, copy paste things, basically. And Amulet also lets me change materials on the fly, too. So, if I can plan shapes out, that's helpful. There may be some building here, but it's going to be a channel members thing later. I think for the most part. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, there may be some building going on here. But complicated things like cars, I'm definitely cutting in. Sorry, I'm not very good with cars. One car I did build, I'm happy to say I can change the materials, copy paste, and paste it where I want it. And this is going to represent where I want it. Inside here, we're doing this for the road, for the sidewalk, pardon me. It's usually, let's see, it was 4, 5. Oh, some of this is messy. Hang on. This will let me figure out where I'm putting buildings and such, too. Oh, that's messy. A little on this. This. And we'll have a nice sidewalk here. Well, at least the start of one. Let's see. Green represents housing. What kind of yard do we want? Let's here. I've got a nice list of houses and stuff. That's going to be a trick. This is a little hill, isn't it? If I wanted to put anything here, I certainly couldn't have the on that curve, really. And again, let's double check. Okay, it is 5 all the way. Yep, definitely. I would have to do some jiggery pokery to make sure my house would fit. What kind of jiggery pokery can we do? Well, one option is fill this in, fill this hill out a little more, or maybe take it down a little bit, which looks like might be the better of the options because there's some holes there that could use removal. So, yeah, this is kind of messy here. Add in stuff like that I don't need right now. So we're going to do a little jiggery pokery. See what we come up with. I know, I say that a lot, but it's true. Oops, want to take that out. And although this might be a better place for a park. I mean, it's close to the water. It's a pretty area. But one way or another, this needs to be flattened out a little. This saves me manually terraforming all these hills in the first place. Taking them out is a little easier than trying to build them. For the curious, I used World Painter to make the terrain in the first place, based on my own hand-drawn maps of this world. Then I went into Java, explored every bit of it that I wanted to convert, which I had set up obsidian borders way off in the distance. Well, actually, they're that way, but um, once it was fully explored in Java, and I can show you those maps real quick here. See, all these maps, they're all level 4 maps. But you can see the black there on the edge of my map is the obsidian border that I drew in not a amulet, but World Painter, pardon me. And I used a little program called Java to Bedrock. It was in the Windows Store, actually. It's a little freebie. It just does a simple conversion. And it took about 4 hours to convert this world because it's 5 gigs. It's bigger than the last one. But that's because I explored every bit of it. what happened with the terrain in the last one is I didn't fully explore. I've explained this in previous videos, but for the curious, I didn't explore the entire world, and that wound up being kind of a downfall, a shortcoming, because when I explored it in Bedrock, I wound up with unwanted Minecraft-generated terrain from the actual world feed that this was, well, designed on, which is a problem. I didn't want that terrain. So I wound up with terrain I didn't want, and yeah, there was that problem. I was trying to get rid of that terrain, and it was just a mess. I had to do biome conversions. I genuinely did not like what I had gotten. So this time, I went in, I explored 100%, and yeah. Okay. Exploring 100% in Java means that, and to my surprise, when I converted it, those maps over there converted with it. That was a delightful surprise. It saved me having to re-explore everything. So, I know this is boring terraforming work again, but I'm much happier with this particular version of the world because I know it does not have the unwanted terrain, and I can um, freely take care of things the way I want to, such as adjusting this road or this particular terrain here. And I don't have any terrain that I don't want. Let's see. The house I picked out, let's see if I have space for it yet. Um, Probably not. Whoops. Well, um, I don't need you right now. I might need you. And we're gonna just look and see if we can't. Okay, that's. Let's do a little minor terraform building here. Now, a park might be better. What was park? I think it's light blue. I've got a little. Yeah, it's light blue. Okay. Little color coding going on. Now, where was that on my list? Was on that one? Yeah, I did that one yesterday. Oh, and it's big. It's big. Well, that's going to be a trick, isn't it? See. And 2, 3, almost. There's 34. That side. There's 12 high. 8, 10, 12, 44. Well, take a bit. No, not quite 10. Oh, this is going to be a pain. This is going to be painful. We're going to be terraforming a bit here, I think. Unless I build a new park on this particular terrain. Two. Alright, that's 40. Then we'll figure this out. 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we go down here and take out 2, that should be correct. I don't remember the park being this big. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. No. I did say this was going to be more challenging. I wasn't joking, was I? Let's keep building up our little wool plan here and see what we can come up with. Um, well, see what we can come up with. I don't remember the park being this big, though. But you never know. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I could also be positioning it wrong. Well, that's why the wool. That is why the wool. I think I can nestle it right here in the corner. And that's still going to be a little bit away from the sidewalk, regardless because of this curve. Well, Either way, nestling it a little closer, I think, is an improvement. We're planning out positioning here, and I hope I'm keeping it semi-interesting. How far did I move this? figures. Okay. Hmm. Good. I think I'm doing this right. All the way, come on, all the way back. Doesn't want to behave, does it? And see if we can't make this look decent. Went a little high there. Okay, it's okay. Take this out. Dimensions should remain the same. Oh, good thing this isn't survival, huh? Wow. This is doable in survival, I think. It would just take a lot of wool, a lot of time, a lot of patience. Definitely take a lot more time in survival. Which is why I'm, well, honestly glad it's not. I want to do up, not across. Come on. There. At least the height will still be correct. I don't know about the width and stuff, but I haven't counted yet. Um, Up, over, and fix. The whole point of this is figuring out where I want to put things. Because it's far easier to get rid of a wool outline than it is a full build. More often than not, when I see other people building stuff, yeah, this is what they do. But they tend to time lapse it, which I'm not actually doing. Uh, hmm. Okay. I think we can make this work. A little bit more terraforming tweaking going on. So you can see a little better what I'm doing here. I'm filling in a couple of holes here. And you can see there's a gap underneath. And I can walk right into this park. Don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to tinker a little more, fill things in, but I'm also going to fix it so that there's like a little hill between here and here, because this is the sidewalk that it needs to connect to. So we're going to have the park up on a little hill, basically overlooking the road. And looking out at the water. So let's get to putting this in. We're going to have to smooth out the area under our park. That's the whole point of this planning thing. See a little better. I really wish I could put torches in my offhand, but I can't. One of the many parity issues that would be nice to have fixed. But I'm not going to complain too long. Because I've got other ways of solving that problem. And boom! We have night vision. Problem solved. Yeah, I gotta put up with the particles, but problem solved. I know I could just put down a bed and sleep, but it's easier to simply drink a night vision potion, I guess. Go. And if you think about it, when things like houses and parks are constructed, the area underneath them is usually flattened out. So this is me playing construction worker, flattening out the terrain that I need. And yeah, maintaining my obsidian border too. Maybe I didn't need such a long potion. Oh well. I think we may have to stop here. There's a couple things I need to take care of really quick. So we're going to call it a day here and pick it up again later. Till then, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!